Welcome back, everybody, to the ADP, another Disney podcast. We've got the cast of usual suspects on this special St. Patty's Day show. And I don't know why I said special, because there's absolutely nothing special about this. What is that? This St. Patty's Day show? There's nothing St.
People wearing green.
About it.
I mean,
no,
we did not plan this well at all. Like
we win.
Even in the notes, it's like St. Patty's Day show, which you think would have given us all a clue that maybe we should have done something. Green. I mean, my beer is green, so that's good. But
there you go. Yeah, my Yeti's green.
Rob has a green pen.
Green pen. We're in.
All right, we made it happen.
Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
I'm fantastic as well.
I'm here,
guys.
Hey, Rob.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is going to be out on
great.
St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Rob, you got to be doing something fun for St. Patty's Day. What are you streaming? You got to be doing something.
I'm not actually. I'm a very busy man Friday. I really can't do anything.
Well, and there's not a lot. That's not a very Disney-ish holiday.
Answer.
I don't think.
No,
I mean,
not really.
Just show 16 hours straight of the Rose and Crown pub. That's
a live feed. Just go put your iPhone and be like, I'll be back at closing.
I think Dave recorded that for me, but it's about 2 minutes of footage. I just repeat that on repeat. So
it's good. Hey, I'm excited about this week's show, man. I think we've got some cool things. We're right on the threshold of this transition period where we flush the 50th down the toilet and we enter into the 100th. I don't know. I feel like right now it's really all about Tron. I could be wrong, but we're like a week out from Tron. We're a week out from 2 weeks out from the 50th being over. We've already got some news about that, of some changes that are already happening when it comes to the 50th. So I'm excited. So we're going to kind of talk about, I don't know, we'll just call this show What's New and What's Coming. Because or maybe, I feel like that's the right order, right? What's new is already here and what's coming is in the future. So I think that's the right order. But guys, we're back together and we got some news and brews. Let's do this.
Brews, let's do it.
B. Palm, what you got?
So I went, it's like summertime in Florida, right? The time has changed. It's light outside until like 8 o'clock. And today it's nice. It's 67 degrees right now. So It kind of feels like winter, but tomorrow it's going to be 90. So I broke out the summertime brew and I'm going with the Bud Light Lime just because, I feel very summery. It's a nice, refreshing beverage.
Nice.
If
you feel like Chris Rock, what did he say in his special? Like, did that slap hurt? Yes, I heard summertime. What did he say? I forget how he said it.
He's like, I heard summertime in my ear.
Yeah,
he's funny.
That dude's funny. Rob, what you got?
And then last show, I had that amazing Irish beer. It was great. I only had one though, so I'm going with the closest thing. We don't really know how to say it. I think
Wiener Stephanopoulos.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah,
and it's a Hefe, so it's a boss.
Yeah,
I know what Hefe means.
And I knew I did this show, so I said, you know what? I'm going to get 6 different beers. I got 6 cool beers and drinks over the next couple podcasts we're going to do. So This is this one. So
for those of you who are not watching on YouTube, it starts with a W and ends with an R and has a whole lot of consonants in the middle. I think it sounds a little bit like Kyrgyz Vagadagan. I think that's the name of his beer. But really, it looks like Winston Snefilopoulos is what. Oh, yes.
I mean, it still makes the same sound when it opens. So that's right. The important.
And has the same effect. I can't get away from this that I keep using. I just really like it. I don't know. And they're fun. So this is called Swilled Dog. I don't know why I can't ever Swilled Dog. It always has this fun, playful dog on it. And this one is just my favorite. This one's Mango Ginger. Ooh. So I was feeling a little sweet tooth, but also with a little kick. So I'm ready.
Love it. You always have cool stuff.
You got cool stuff.
I felt the pressure getting a cool drink because Dave always has great stuff. So
I'm
always have the same crap.
I'm not very adventurous when it comes to beer because I'm like, well, what if I buy a 6-pack and then I don't like it, and then I have a 6-pack?
That's true.
And I don't have any friends in Florida that like to drink, so I would be forced to choke them down. So I'm very non-adventurous beer wise.
On that front, Brandon, give me just a moment. How many days until April 8th? Oh, come on. I wanted her to say it. It's 24 days until then. Brandon, in 24 days, you will be stuck with a friend for a week. I'm coming to spend some time with B
I'm
Palm
excited.
and his wife and his little baby who's growing like a weed.
Little baby time. Yes, vacation is coming quickly. So
It is upon us.
We shall see. 24 days. Can't wait.
Nice.
Okay, news and brews. Who wants to go first?
Well, I will go first, considering you mentioned it in the opening. And mine really just has to do with, as we talked about, the 50th is coming to an end, and signs are starting to appear everywhere at Disney. So Disney's continued to remove 50th anniversary decor at the Magic Kingdom. The 50th anniversary topiaries and cake have been removed from the main entrance. And then they're starting to take down more stuff. So piece by piece, the stuff is coming down, which leads us to the fact that this 268-month celebration is finally coming to an end. But, it is kind of sad to see, because the 50th could have been something that was super cool that turned out to be super mediocre. So part of me's glad to see it go, but part of me sad to see it go.
Yeah, it was an experience, right?
So all the little 50th decorations. If you're in the hub and where the ducks usually hang out, there was like Walt Disney World 50th decor there. They've pulled all that stuff up, and it's just left the imprint on the grass. So it's like the ghost of the 50th. The ghost of the 50th is looking over the guests.
A few more grass mows, and it's all she wrote.
It's all gone. But it's kind of sad that that's going away.
I know. It was an adventure. Seeing how it's kind of fitting. Like, obviously I didn't plan this, but we were there literally day one, and the next time I come back is like a week after it ended. So I feel like I timed it perfectly. I didn't miss anything.
Bookends, yeah.
That's right. Bookended it.
Oh yeah. C'est la vie. And I was a little disappointed that there was, because we're leaning into the 100th, which we'll talk a little bit about in a little while. Words are my favorite, but I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't a lot of that happening at Disney World. I get that we just came off the 50th, but we've got some what's new and what's coming that's going to be talking about that I wasn't expecting. So I'm excited to see what unfolds, at least at one park. So we'll see. And merch, is there some 100th merch at all there, B Palm?
I was at Epcot last night, and I walked through Creation Shop, and I saw nothing. I saw nothing that indicated that it was the 100th anything. Obviously, at Epcot right now, they're full on into the Flower and Garden Festival. So most of the stuff is Orange Bird and Flower and Garden kind of stuff. But I looked, and I did not see, aside from maybe some Loungefly backpacks, I didn't really see any specific 100th merch. Yeah. So hopefully we'll move towards that.
And it's Epcot's 40th too. Is there any celebration of that, or
no?
I feel like you get 24 hours of that and it's over.
I feel like on the actual 40th, they were like, hey, it was good. And then that was it. Like moving into festivals.
Yeah, love it. Okay, Rob the Fuzz, what do you got, man?
Yeah, so this past Sunday was the Oscars, the Academy Awards, the 91st Academy Awards, I think.
95th.
Wow, I messed that one up. 95th Oscars. I should have known that, so I apologize. And yes, Disney received 22 Oscar nominations, and they only came away, I believe, with 2. So for costume design, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, that one for costume design.
Yeah.
And for visual effects, it's a no-brainer, Avatar, The Way of Water, one for special effects. So one thing I did see, I just caught today, which was very bizarre, that Disney showed the 100th anniversary commercial that they showed at the Super Bowl during the Oscars, which was really cool. And they showed a trailer of The Little Mermaids. I don't know if you guys saw the Oscars or not, but they kind of incorporated it into the show, which was kind of bizarre. Like Melissa McCarthy and Halle Bailey came out like they were presenters, but they were presenting the trailer for The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's clever. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. It was a 2-minute trailer. It was the first sneak peek ever. And the bizarre part is Disney paid ABC $10 million to show this commercial, which is, incorporated in the show, but a little bizarre. Like I told the guys, they're like, doesn't ABC own You know, doesn't NBC or I'm sorry, ABC and Disney they're the same thing. So who knows? I don't know. They I guess because commercials were going between 1.6 million and 2.1 million per 30-second spot.
Wow.
So
Wow, what was Super Bowl?
Super Bowl is up to 5-6 million at this point
okay.
for spots.
Yeah, Super Bowl's
like
definitely
minimum.
much
I think it's even more. It's crazy.
Definitely
Wow.
much higher.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
but they get a lot of a big viewing on commercials, so it does pay off. So
Nice.
they did show the trailer, and it was instantly on YouTube. So, and I think they might have showed another. I think maybe Guardians 3. I think maybe was add to. I don't remember. To be honest with you.
Okay.
So
Well,
that might have been another spot, but there. So that was Disney and the Oscars. So I don't know. That's it. That's what I got this time. So
did you guys actually watch the trailer? Dave, have you seen the Little
I
Mermaid
have
trailer?
not. I have not.
Okay. Rob,
I did.
you see-
I saw it live, and I did go to YouTube afterwards, and people were going nuts for it in the comments. They really loved it. So
yeah, I thought I was very hesitant about because
Yeah.
obviously, if you are watching, like Little Mermaid is my jam. So I was very hesitant about the live remake and how they cast it and things like that. But after seeing the trailer, I'm cautiously optimistic about
Love
seeing
that
it.
phrase.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that
cautiously
too.
optimistic about seeing it.
I'm not a fan of any of these live remakes, to be honest with
I
you.
know
So
that's what I'm struggling with
Yeah.
too, Rob.
I don't really like them all. So maybe rare here and there. I liked one here, one there, but
I feel like the Jungle Book was my favorite, but I think it's because it was the first.
yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
the first time they did that, and now since it's been kind of rinse and repeat, I haven't been as like I'll be transparent. I haven't even seen the Lion King live action. I haven't even seen it. Oops.
Not missing much.
I saw
Not
Aladdin.
missing.
I liked Aladdin.
Aladdin
course,
was pretty good.
He's been
Yeah.
blacklisted now. So.
Beauty and the Beast was pretty good.
Beauty and the
Oh,
Beast.
Oh
was-
yeah. I did love that. I did love that. Sorry.
All right,
That's
so
about
we
it.
found out that Dave's watched every live action
So I've seen them all.
remake.
So as it turns out, of the 37 that they've made, I've seen 36. I just only haven't seen the Lion King. I'm an idiot. Oh gosh.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good, Rob. That was interesting. I need to see it. I'm not like I wasn't shunning it because I'm all like they're gonna take my favorite one and ruin it. Like it's between, like I mean, Little Mermaid is number one for me, but also Aladdin is really, really, really close second because I just loved that music. It was just a fun story and it was incredible music. And like, I mean, I'm so old, right? Like Rob, I mean, you're kind of in this boat with me. Like
Yeah.
that was the. Do you have a ring dance in New York? Do y'all have that? Basically, when we were in 11th grade, we would get our class ring. And they made this whole dance out of it. So you would go and dance, and it was like prom, but it was your junior year. And at this dance, you got your senior ring. So that was kind of what we did. And the theme of our dance was A Whole New World, because that was the song that won the Oscar that year for the Aladdin film. And obviously, I'm pretty sure that it won for Best Animated Feature. But anyway, I digress. So that is why Aladdin is so like awesome in my book. It was just part of my like.
Yeah.
It was the core. It's a core memory. Core memory.
It was part of your world.
Oh, I saw what you did
Pun
there.
intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last news story is one that I have. I asked the guys. I said, could this be a potential topic for the show? And I think the answer is yes. But like there was just so much, like as we're closing the chapter, as we're closing one chapter, another chapter is opening, and so there's this transition of so many things coming, and I just thought there was way too much news. So I'll just make this my news story. I think it's probably going to deserve a whole lot more conversation than we're giving it. Maybe we'll revisit it if something comes of it. I don't think there will, but I thought it was a massive, massive, massive news. That it didn't get overlooked, but not a lot of people talked about it as much as I thought they would, and that was that. Bob Iger came out and said that we probably need to make the price of a Disney vacation more accessible. Now, if you've been listening or watching our show of any length of time, we have really camped out on this a lot. Like I've talked about how like they've kind of priced out the middle-class families, at least us obsessive ones that like to go every year. Now, if this is your once in a 5-year, once every other year, it becomes a little bit more attainable, but still everything is so much more expensive. And it's not just Disney, it's everywhere globally. But it was nice to hear him say that, like, oops, like not that he was, I don't want to say that he didn't do this, but like, I don't know. I feel like all of these things that happen in companies take, it takes a long time to get the boat up to speed, if you know what I mean. So when who knows how long ago, like they talk about these things and then how it rolls out. I feel like it takes a little bit of time, but I'm sure it's easy to point the finger at Chapek, which we loved to do, but I'm not so sure that he was still aboard. Right? He was a part of all of this. So I don't anticipate them saying like, hey, Park is now going to go, you're never going to pay more than like $129 a day. I don't see that happening. What I see happening, and we see a little bit of it in our what's new and what's coming later on in the main topic, is I think we're going to see a whole lot more. I'm just going to call them coupons. That's not what Disney calls it, but I think we're going to see a whole lot of just opportunity, like whether, I'm not saying it is, but whether it's like free dining and then, or package like you do. I just think we're going to find a whole lot of coupons coming, because that's the only way that they can do that and not look like, well, because who's going to lower the price of a ticket, right? That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And so they're going to find ways to make specials. So, well, I mean, what do you guys think? Is this big? Am I making too, am I like, yeah, I'm so glad, bring the pitchforks, we were right? Like, am I way out in left field on this, or is it nice to have this acknowledged?
You know, my feeling is, you know, it's everything has gone up. You know, you go everywhere, everything's gone up, unfortunately. So, you know, the park system, the ticket prices are kind of like on a rolling scale anyway. So, like, you know, spring breaks this week, I'm sure the tickets went up. You know, in the middle of, like, there's no real slow time at Disney anymore, but I would say, you know, during slower times, the sliding goes down and everything. So maybe a gradual slowdown and sliding, you know, doesn't make them look bad. I don't agree with you on that. So it's just the overall cost of going to the park. You know, every time I went over the last 10 years, tack $1,000 on, tack $2,000 on. You know, when a couple of years ago it was, you know, I think all in was $5,000. You know, and a couple years later it was $7,000. You know, like I can't see a family of four coming away, you know, with having a good time and doing, you know, getting the full experience for, you know, less than, I don't even know, probably $8,000-9,000 now. I don't even know, you know, because I scaled down last time. We didn't do a lot of stuff. So I think bringing people back to Disney and letting them spend the money at more of a reasonable rate would definitely be a win for everyone. So I don't know, make Disney look better, because it'll make their money. They'll make their money. It's not a big
of
deal.
course.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I agree this is big if it's not just lip service, right? Like, obviously, like, everybody's complaining about the price of a Disney vacation now. So it only makes sense to say, yeah, I feel like we should make Disney more affordable for everybody. Okay, but what are you going to do to make Disney more affordable? Like you said, there are going to be some discounts and coupons and included things. Rob was talking about the sliding scale and flex pricing.
Yeah.
Maybe we see a lot more of the, you know, right now, I think the lowest ticket's like $129. So maybe we see a lot more days of $129 instead of rotating it to $135 and $141. And, you know, so maybe it's like during the holiday and busy times, you pay $150, but every other time you pay $129. So, you know, maybe things like that. I mean, I'm glad that he's thinking about it, but realistically, you know, you think just like in politics in our real life, like the president can say a whole bunch of things, but nothing's going to change in the 4 years that he's in the presidency. So it only becomes relevant if the predecessor, because Iger's only here for a year and a half more, right? It only becomes relevant if the predecessor has that same thought process. So it'll be interesting to see. I hope that it becomes more affordable. I'm kind of spoiled because I live here, so I don't have to, in order for me to enjoy Disney, I don't have to invest as much as someone else that comes, which is, you know, why Chapek didn't like pass holders, because we don't spend as much money there. So I'm a little insulated from it, but yeah, I think it's good if it wasn't just thrown into the wind, something actually happens.
Well, since I didn't say what Bob shared, I will quote him. So what he said, in the past few years, Disney has continued to raise prices. I always believed that Disney was a brand that needed to be accessible. I think that our zeal to grow profits, we may have been a little bit too aggressive about some of our pricing. I think that there's a way to continue to grow that business, but be smarter about how we price so that we maintain that brand value of accessibility. And so, you know, then he begins to talk about some of the steps that they begin to take. And they have seen some cool, like, I thought, like, one of my biggest, as somebody who for when I started going as often as I did, always rented a car, it became unbelievably frustrating to me that like to stay on property, you now have to pay to park your car, which I know that's a big thing. And I know this is like rinse and repeat. I've said this so many times. I get it that happens in big cities and other hotels and where you go, but most of the time it's because parking is at a premium.
Yeah,
parking is not a premium in Central Florida. It is. I mean, you will never, ever, ever see one of their parking lots ever full ever. It's just like at a hotel. And so when they started, that for me was the first, like, that was nothing but a cash grab, something that's been like since their existence didn't happen. And now they're doing it was literally just, a cash grab. And so making some of those things go, like, those are cost savings that add up for sure.
I agree.
I mean, the fact of what they get per day just for people that come and park, my goodness, like, well, you didn't need that $20 extra from the resorts. But anyway, that's the thing. We'll leave it there. I'm glad we had some differing thoughts and opinions on there. So I'm hopeful. And I think we've seen some of it. There is a massive discount that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. And actually we'll just roll into it. So if you guys are cool, we could just kind of run into our main topic where it's still going to be like news and brews, but it's just going to be, there's just so much cool things to talk about. That's right.
But I forgot to tell you, Bob Iger and Josh D'Amaro were at the Oscars, and they had a good shot of him. They've got a shot down the row. They were there representing Disney. I forgot to mention that too. So thanks for.
That's right, because it's ABC. So
yes,
they wanted to see how that side of the company was going.
Yeah. It was cool to see them there too.
It was a field trip for Josh D'Amaro. This is how we do outside the parks.
Yeah.
Okay, so leading right into that, right now there is a huge resort discount up to 35%. We haven't seen that in a while. Now, the catch is it's through Disney Visa card holders and it's through September. So it's a big, I mean, it's what, barely March, middle of March? It's the Ides of March, right?
It's St. Patrick's Day.
I know. That's technically. Today is the Ides of March, right? Isn't the 15th the Ides of March?
Yes.
Okay.
Beware the Ides.
I don't know. Okay. I mean, I'm a Disney Visa card holder, so like I can take advantage of this. I don't know that I will, but I think that's just a preview of what's to come. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree. Like, I love getting those coupons in the mail where you'll get the X amount off, like if you went to Disney in the last 10 years, they'll send you that postcard. I think I have some on the wall there. Always good artwork, always something, if you book between this and this, you'll get that percentage off. But like you said in the intro and earlier, like it's definitely coupon mania. I think it's going to be a lot of coupons. So I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I
go ahead.
I was just
get a free stay at the Galaxy Star Cruisers.
There you go. There you go. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. We were actually looking at this because we were trying to go to Fort Wilderness and stay in a cabin because we were supposed to do that a couple months ago, and we all got sick and we couldn't go, so we had to cancel. But it was a pretty significant discount because we are also Visa card holder. So, I mean, it was a pretty significant discount. I mean, usually those cabins are $400 to $500 a night, something like that. I think they were, I mean, I want to say they were like $290. Like it was something super discounted. So I agree. We're going to see more of this stuff. I think we're going to see, they tried a little bit of it with that dining package. Like if you booked a deluxe resort, or depending on which resort, you got a gift card to use for dining.
That's back.
Yeah. I think we're just going to see more and more of it's not necessarily make it cheaper, but we're going to give you something that you weren't going to get before by booking. So
that Disney dining thing for people, dude, that's huge. I mean, way back in the day when we did it, I mean, we loved it, but I never planned my trips around it. But I know there were some trips that we went on, and even with you and Krista, where you guys got it and we didn't. But I mean, I don't think it was the sit down, but you still got the meal plan, and like it's a big deal for people. And so they've brought it back in a sense. They now have this dining card, and it also runs through. It's basically some select dates in summer or fall through summer and fall of 2023. And so basically, it's up to $150 per night. So I mean, obviously, it's going to matter of where you stay, how long you're there, all of those kind of things. But I think. Again, like to go back to my news story, I think this is some of the ways that they're doing this. So they're bringing because I think he used the word value more than once in what he talked about. And I think these are the ways that they're bringing value back to some of the, like, save 35% on a resort. We're not lowering ticket costs to come into the gate. We're not lowering food and drink and cost, but here's you can stay for a little bit cheaper. You can get up to $150 in a Disney dining card. Yeah. So that's their new way of doing it. So I know the Disney dining people are going to be ridiculously excited.
Will they ever bring the meal plan back the way it was, you think?
I think this is it. I could be wrong, but I think this is it. I think this is how they reintroduce it.
Yeah. I don't think that they'll ever bring it back in the sense that they had the quick service and the hybrid one and then the deluxe dining plan, because I don't think, one, they have the systems to run it or the staff to run it, even though everything is kind of back to full, quote unquote, full speed. Disney World is still not fully staffed. So until that happens, I can't see them bringing Disney dining plan back, but it's this is a cheaper way for them just to say, all right, if you're going to book with us anyway, it doesn't hurt us. Like, we still make thousands of dollars on you buying, getting this hotel room. We'll give you $1,000 in dining. So, I mean, I don't think that the dining plan is going to come back. I really miss Tables in Wonderland. I don't know if you guys knew about that or ever experienced that, but it was for Florida residents, and it was cheap. It was $150 for the year, and it got you 20% off your entire bill. Alcohol and
it wasn't
food.
Disney, though, was it? Wasn't it like a third party?
It's a third party. Yeah, it was a third party. Third party company that ran it, but the best perk obviously was free valet parking at the deluxe resorts. Like, that was amazing. I would park there and then park at the Grand Floridian, go to the Magic Kingdom for a couple hours, stop at the Enchanted Rose on the way back, buy a Bud Light, get my 20% discount and show it to the people at the valet, and I was free heading back home. So, I mean, I am probably the reason that they stopped doing it.
He's on the memo, his face.
They're like, do not let this person use the Tables in Wonderland card ever again.
I got to tell you, even if you didn't go off, I never had the chance to do it, but I watched enough like podcasts and reviews to know that some would say that was the best deal at Disney in any way, shape, or form.
100%.
Ever.
100%.
Yeah, like, I mean,
and you can use it on up to 12 people. So, like, if you put out 12 people,
crazy,
20% off the whole bill of 12 people is.
And it was a lot of places. I mean, you and I, like, we went to Splitsville, like at Disney Springs. It didn't have to be like your sit down fancy pants restaurant. Like, it was crazy. Like,
how much was it?
$150 for the whole year, and it was like a family. So, like, me and Krista were on one card, and it was $150.
And it includes alcohol, right?
Yeah, 100%, 20% off food and alcohol.
That's
crazy.
They have that with alcohol.
Yeah, we had our Christmas party at Splitsville for my day job, and I used it because my boss paid for it, or there were 12 of us or whatever, and it was 20% off the whole bill. I think it saved him like $300.
It's crazy. It paid for itself twice right there.
Correct.
That would have saved him like $3,000.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
When did they discontinue that? Like
COVID? Right at COVID. So like when COVID, just like they stopped it, obviously, but then if you had one, you got 4 months added on to whenever your Tables in Wonderland ended, just like your park pass. I'd squeezed it. Like, the park opened in July. I think I used it all the way up to like December of 2020 before they told me, dude, we just can't accept this anymore. So I squeezed all the life out of it that I could. But yeah, it was definitely a great perk. It was awesome.
That is funny.
It was awesome.
Brandon, I don't know if you can see it, but I threw a link in the chat or in the notes.
I did.
So I would love for you to talk about this one.
I would love to talk about this because I am as you can see with my t-shirt, I'm a character meet and greet slut, shall we say? Like,
Guru. Sorry, hold on. Let me sprinkle some magic back in.
Sorry, folks. The Bud Light's going straight to my head. But I am a character meet and greet guru, shall we say. So I'm super excited about the things that are coming to Walt Disney World. So there's new character greetings making their way to the resort in a month or so. So in Disney's Animal Kingdom, they're going to welcome finally a Moana meet and greet. Like, how long have we been waiting for a Moana meet and greet? Like, I remember we went to we went to a not so scary Halloween
Yep.
party with Dave and his family, and we all dressed as characters from Moana. So I was like, Dave was like Maui, and Micaiah was Moana. I was Pua. Krista was Hey Hey, and we met Moana. But that was the only place you could meet her was at the party. So I'm super excited that she's actually getting her own meet and greet. They've been building it forever along the Discovery River. One of my great friends that is our next door neighbor, cast member friend. She told me about this a while ago, so we knew that it was coming. So I'm super excited about that. And then in the Magic Kingdom, Mirabelle from Encanto was going to greet guests in the Fairy Tale Garden, which is cool. This is like a fanboy over this one because I love Encanto. So it's one of my favorite Disney movies behind The Little Mermaid, but I will definitely go to this character meet and greet. And so that one's cool. It'll be at the Fairy Tale Garden in the Magic Kingdom. But this one,
who are they taking out? Who are they going to take out? Do you know?
I don't know. I think from what I heard, like they're going to redo where Merida is. Okay. They're going to do that kind of area and make it into more of an Encanto thing. So I think it's where Merida is going to be. But this one, if you listened to our show a couple weeks ago, we talked about this, right? And Rob will be excited about this because he has pictures, right? and Dave will be excited about this because we love him. You can see right
other
there.
shoulder. There you go.
Right there. Jeez, backwards. Figment is going to meet guests at the Imagination Pavilion later this year. And Mickey and Friends is going to have a new home, but Figment meet and greet is coming to the Imagination Pavilion.
So is that going to be over? Are they going to put that where the Visa meet is since it's right next door?
Yeah, I would imagine where it's the Disney card holder meet and greet. But we had a great debate earlier today on text if it's going to be like the full size Figment or if they're going to do the little like puppet Figment.
Yeah, and Rob found it. You found it, didn't you, Rob?
I don't know. I found something. Yeah,
he's got pictures. He's got pictures of both of them, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, we're texting before. I said, I don't think I've ever seen a full size Figment, like like a full size. I always seen him with Dreamfinder as a puppet. I never seen. I guess he exists, but yeah, that's what it looked like. It's going to be so.
Which random fun fact didn't we discover last episode or the I forget what the Joe Rohde like played him early on in his career.
I think in one of the films. I was doing some research afterwards. Joe Rohde was
he's the Dreamfinder, right?
Yeah, when you finish, the Journey to Imagination, the ride, that play area, there was a video with Dreamfinder, and Joe Rohde was Dreamfinder in that area. I did research.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super excited. All cool character meet and greets that we've at some point during this show in the last year and a half, we've said, man, we wish they would do these meet and greets again. So it's kind of cool that I guess the Bobs listen to our show, right?
Of course they do.
They decided that this would be a good idea. So look out for Mirabelle, look out for Moana, and then definitely go look out for Figment later this year.
Yes. I like it.
I like it a lot.
There you go. Finally, we got some green.
We got some sort of green in there.
Too funny.
What else we got? What else we got coming?
Rob, you want to hit the new barbecue joint?
Oh, yeah. So today, I guess there was some media previews of Woody's Roundup in Disney Hollywood Studios. So I've heard about this. I don't know. Did we hear about this one before or after they announced Tron was coming? I don't know. It's like one of those, it's very weird. You got to remember Toy Story Land's there. And then old school MGM, they had a bunch of production studios and everything. I think this area was either this building was repurposed as a production area or they tore it down and built a new building. But I saw my friend Josh and Jenna were over Resort TV 1. They were there today. So I don't know. I'm not very impressed. It seems like their social posts that they liked it. They thought it was cool. So I don't know. It seems very cardboard cutout. I guess most of the park is like that. The Toy Story Land.
Yeah. It literally is cardboard cutout.
Yeah. It looks a little bizarre. I don't know. We'll see. It just hit today. I don't know when it's opening, what the deal is. Maybe they had some media previews today. I don't really know much about it, but
I will say this, Rob.
It's interesting.
If there's an area that needed more food, That is it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, that park has lots of great like quick service options and a lot of like food, but like that area over there, it was like,
Woody's
you know, you have
lunchbox.
kids
That's it.
like they eat the weird Star Wars area,
Yeah.
but like you just had that little teeny tiny Woody's lunchbox. Or now is that still there?
Yeah, Woody's is still there.
Lunchbox
Okay.
is still there. Yeah.
So now we got
Yeah.
a roundup. And
Yeah.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but where it is as you turn right and head toward as you round the corner of Walt's, what is it called? Walt's
One Man's Dream.
Yeah, One Man's Dream.
Yeah.
As you round that corner and you're making that long trek into the giant Woody for that land that is mistakenly
Toy Stories.
Thank you. There it is. It's off to the right, correct?
Yes.
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 Okay. So it's actually before you get in the land.
No, you'll pass. I think you pass Woody. He's like,
Okay,
"Hey there,
okay.
partner, what's going on?" And it's like right to the right there. They have,
Yeah, I
like,
think it's
Okay.
between
Rubs
Woody
and
and then
burgers.
Slinky Dog.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Some of the menu items are rootin' tootin' tomato salad, Rex's romaine kale salad, Wheezy's watermelon salad. Look at some salads. There is an item, and I had to tell you this. That's why I would look at Evil Dr. Smoke Ribs, Buttercup's beef brisket, barbecue chicken with style, and my favorite item. There's sausage in my boot. There really is an item called "There's sausage in my boot."
There's sausage in my boot.
So, yes.
Oh
so-
man.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a problem with like, I don't think Toy Story Land needs a sit down restaurant. Like it just like
It's not quick service?
it's like it's like a sit down.
I think it's
a
sit down, yeah.
it is
Whoa.
Roundup Rodeo Barbecue is a new table service restaurant.
Oh,
coming to Toy
okay.
Story Land. It's full like table service, which could not be less conducive with Toy Story Land. Like Toy Story Land is a toy box in a backyard and kids and like the last thing that kids want to do is sit down at a table service restaurant. So I just feel like this doesn't really fit into Toy Story Land. And I feel like they were like, we just need something to get people to food. Like, I think this could have been a quick service location and it would have been just the same. It reminds me very much of the Regal Eagle Smokehouse in Epcot.
Pretty much, yeah. Or the
which
the dinosaur barbecue place
Yeah.
in Animal Kingdom.
Well, I will
Yeah.
say the Regal Eagle is a far cry better than what used to be there. I will say that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that place. I actually went there. I was on a podcast, or I was on a live stream with Corey Meets World, and that's where we had dinner during the live stream. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
So,
good.
it's
It's good
fun.
eats. And they
It's
have
definitely good.
refillable drink station, meaning like if you sit in there and eat, A, it's air conditioning, and B, you can get refills.
Yeah. And apparently it opens March 23rd. So yeah, it's right around the corner. So,
Oh, wow.
Around the
Okay.
corner, yeah.
man.
We'll be sure not to get
Next.
reservations when we visit.
That's
Oh, wait,
right.
we're not even going to that park, are we?
No,
Oops.
no, we're not.
Oh well.
So next week. So next like
Okay,
8 days.
sticking with food. This one will be quick, but as we move into the Tron section of the show, they've released the menu for Energy Bites. That's Energy BYTES. I saw what you did there. Saw it.
Ooh.
This will just be a quick little kiosk. But one of the things that stood out to me is there are very, 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 very few places in Walt Disney World inside of a park that serve breakfast items, and this will be one of them.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So some of the things that I mean, breakfast is great, but chocolate cake donut, I'm down with that. Excuse me, chocolate cake donut holes, topped with mocha sauce. Yum. And they'll have a new caffeinated Joffrey's coffee. So if you're a Joffrey's coffee fan, that will also be topped with mocha sauce. Now, some of the savory items, this one is right up my, please continue because that sounds awkward, right up my wheelhouse. Buffalo chicken and dumplings. Sign me up. And then there's also, well, I'll tell you what it is. It's chicken dumplings, blue cheese powder, and cayenne pepper broth. Yes, please. All the spice. There's also beef and broccoli, which has broccoli pesto and ginger soy broth. That broth sounds good. And then for some more sweets, the strawberry isoform is the ultimate refreshing treat with the sweetness of the strawberry ice cream, mochi, which my kids love mochi, so I know we'll be going there, graham crackers, and even a little bit of cheesecake foam. I have so many questions about how you turn cheesecake into foam. but I'll leave it to them. And then a watermelon refresher with yuzu and ginger will be available. So some kind of, this is kind of quite the unique menu for Magic Kingdom. I will say that, but
I agree.
it'll be interesting to try out a couple of those things.
Yeah, and the interesting thing that I read, like it's coming from like a snack stand. So like that's the thing that's
wild.
Interesting about this. Like this is something you would find at like Skipper Canteen or like one of those great sit downs at one of the other parks. This is going to come from like the same kind of stand that gives you popcorn. So I'm very interested to see like everything that is on the menu. Obviously, photographs fantastically and it looks amazing. I hope that it lives up to what the descriptions are because it all sounds good. I don't even like blue cheese, and I'm like, I can't wait to have some of them dumplings. So I mean, it's going to be tasty, but yeah,
that's good stuff.
Good stuff.
I mean, we have a couple more Tron things. I mean, I could, well, one more. I'll run through it just really quick. So it appears that they're trying to make a cool Tron pop-up shop that's going to land where Stitch's Great Escape is, but we all know what this is code for. The gift shop when exiting the ride is not ready. That's what this is code for. So it'll be open day one, but it won't be right by the ride. It'll be over there in Stitch's Great Escape. It will be interesting to see if they have any day one merch that are specific. Like I feel like they will have to, right? Those are always really fun. But it'll be there past day one. But if they have day one merch, I doubt it'll be there after day one. But probably by the time that we get there, that's probably going to be where it's open because I think this is just code for our store is not yet fully complete. We still got a little bit more construction to do in there, which is again still hard to believe of how many days is this, right?
I mean, Dave, you gotta cut them a little slack. I mean, it snuck up on them. This opening really snuck up on them. The ride is certainly ready many months before they anticipated that it would be ready, and that 5 years snuck up on them.
Yes. So I think that covers the Tron news. Other than, did we say that Tron was opening?
Yeah, it's opening April the 4th.
There it
April
is.
The 4th. I had a great media event there last night. Tomorrowland closed at 5 p.m. There were a lot of media bigwigs there, and they filmed commercials. The guy who played Tron was there.
Oh, nice.
So check the socials, check Twitter.
Was Jeff Bridges there? Like he was a big part of that.
I think
Jeff Bridges. Is that right, Rob?
Yeah, they were trying to get him, but I don't think he could come. Yeah. I know the guy who originally played Tron was there because I saw him on one of my friends' socials.
He was in the newer film too, wasn't he? Yeah.
Okay. They have some kind of interactive experience called the Tron Identity Program.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't know what it was.
I can't really grasp what it is, but that's something new they're going to do. It's I think it's kind of like a programmable chip that interacts with your different, like the band. Like there's that whole Tron.
Is it a paid experience or is it a paid
you have to
item?
make a reservation and stuff. Yeah, it's a paid experience.
Okay.
Kind of like brand your face with it or something. I don't know. It just was announced, so I'm not really sure.
I know. I saw it, but I was like, I don't know who that sounds like the ultimate Tron fan experience. So those 6 people will love it.
I was going to say, name those 6 people. Look, I loved Tron when I was a kid. When I was like 13.
Yes,
14,
I love that original.
Oh yeah.
Long time ago.
Oh yeah. And I met. It was great this week. I happened to meet our friends from Disney Assembled in the park in Epcot. And
hey, Troy and Mimi.
Hey, Troy and Mimi. I was talking to them, and Troy loves Tron. Like we were talking about the Tron ride, and he said that the last 2 weeks, it's like Papa picks the movie on a Friday night, and he picked Tron, and his family said, "You're never allowed to pick a movie again." So
it's so good.
I mean, I know Troy loves Tron. Troy, I hope you get back and ride it. You'll enjoy the 58 seconds of fun.
Yeah.
Real quick, I see what it is. Tron Identity Program. It's $89.99. You can customize like a Tron figure that makes it look like you, which is bizarre. It's really cool. So
that's
but
weird.
You have to make reservations. Please allow 20 minutes to do it, and you come back after 60 minutes to.
I wonder if it's like a 3D printed thing.
Dude, that's cool.
I've seen those things that are they're if they do them right, they're really killer.
Didn't they try to do that with like the Navi? Like once you got off of Flight of Passage, you would go over there in the gift shop to the right. You could sit in that big chair, and they would make like a 3D
I
mock-up
think
of
you're
you.
right. Yeah,
I think they
you're
did.
right.
I don't think it was super popular. So for
We'll
all,
see.
like you said, for the 9 or 10 people that really love Tron, this is going to be $90 well spent.
Yeah. And then it's on the Disney actual site where you can make your reservation and everything.
Okay.
So it looks kind of cool.
Nice.
I do not want a 1/24th size of my fat self. I'm good.
Sir, we can't scale it down that far. You're going to have a 1/10 size.
What do I do about this big hump that's in my midsection? What do I need to do about? No, sir, I'm not pregnant. No, sir.
That's too funny.
This is all the beer and sitting down watching TV. All right, Brandon, this one's all you.
Here we go, man. I witnessed it last night, not from inside the park.
So jealous.
But I got to witness it from my backyard, and I was super concerned that this show was going to come back and they were going to change it a little bit. But I had my soundtrack ready for 11:30 last night, and if you don't know, if you didn't see it on any of the Blog Mickey sites or the YouTube or anything like that, Happily Ever After had their media preview for obviously media and cast members last night, and it's the exact same show. I'm super stoked.
That's cool. Well, based on hearing the music and the watching the fireworks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, based on that, hearing the music and watching the fireworks. I did watch the video on Blog Mickey today, and it is the exact same show, but they did add an amazing element, and that is the projections on Main Street. And if you saw Enchantment, right, as we did, once, if you saw Enchantment, you saw the projections, and it wasn't the best. It was very lackluster. I was not impressed by them. But at least the video that I watched of Happily Ever After today, the projections on Main Street look amazing. Like the Rapunzel projections with the lanterns floating up. When they did Merida, they turned all the windows on Main Street into stained glass, and it looked awesome. Amazing. So I'm super excited. I have my park reservation for April the 3rd. I'm going to try to go. We'll see what happens, but I am so stoked that Happily Ever After's back. If you could have seen me in the backyard last night, I probably looked like I had some sort of mental illness. I was jumping up and down, like when I realized that parts of the show were still there, like when the Pirates portion started, I could see the flashes, and I was like, oh my God, it's still in there. So April the 3rd, same day that the day before Tron opens. Boom. Happily Ever After.
Two things I have to say about that. One, I have a quote here from my phone from Brandon today when I sent him the video. Yo, the projections look, all caps, legit on this one. Basically what he's trying to say is the Enchantment didn't, the Enchantment spent all of its focus on the castle. And it was disappointing because I've seen some stuff at Disneyland of what they did on the projections on the Main Street buildings that was killer. That's why I was so excited. So when I saw that, I was like, it definitely felt like an afterthought. So I'm encouraged. I'm not going to watch that video. I'm encouraged to see what it's going to look like. And point number 2, we keep talking about that we're going. Well, it has been since December of 2017 since our entire family is going. That means the last fireworks show that Kim saw was Wishes. Wow. So Happily Ever After has come and gone and returned. But I'm so excited because I always wanted Kimberly to experience this because it's so good. And so
good. It's so good.
I'll just stand next to her and weep on her shoulder while she watches it and could care less. It's more like it's a special moment for me. She could care less.
I definitely weep like a small child. Like I was in the backyard. And I didn't even have the full experience, but like the part that comes on and when it's like, and now our journey has come to an end, but yours continues on. I was like, oh my dear God, like this is the best nighttime spectacular I've ever seen. And so I can't wait to see it.
Love it.
Rob, did you ever see that one?
I haven't. No, I mean, I've seen Dave's video. That's about it. I haven't seen it in person.
You haven't seen Happily Ever After?
I haven't. No.
Okay, you should come too, and you and Kim could.
You should go.
You guys could. We'll give you front row seats.
You could just not care together,
and the two of you could look at it when it's over and be like, "I mean, it was good." Nice. Rob, I want to talk about this.
Lead us into the last topic.
Epcot is going to host some Disney 100 celebrations later in the year. That was announced about 8 hours ago. I think it's that recent. So this is legit breaking news, even though you won't hear this until for another 72 hours. But I was excited. I'm excited about this. Now, we do know that the show that they're replacing, well, we have to say it now, that they're replacing Epcot Forever with again, is Disney 100 focused. But outside of that, there wasn't a lot of Disney 100 focus in Walt Disney World. So I'm excited to no announcement as to what they are, Rob, but just that they are. So my question is, what do you think that could be? It's blue sky. It could be anything that you want to dream of. I have my dream of what I think it should be or would hope it would be. What do you think? You have any ideas?
I have no, to be honest with you, I have no clue. Like, I would just think, obviously, it would be the nighttime show would feature, 100 years of
right.
The Walt Disney Studios, a lot of IP stuff. Maybe, decorations, obviously, a lot of merchandise. I don't know what, maybe they could do, what was the thing that they did, Epcot? Is that what you said? I apologize. Is that what you said? The little presentation, what was coming soon to Epcot? What was that called?
The Epcot experience.
Experience. Maybe they could do like a celebration in there, because what's going on in there? Nothing, as far as I know. I think they do like festival stuff in there.
Yeah. Is there anything in there for? I know they do stuff for the arts festivals. Anything in there for?
I didn't go over there yesterday, or Tuesday, but yeah, I mean, that'd be a great place to put, like, just to showcase 100 years of Disney. Like, maybe put some memorabilia and some, show some clips and things like that. I think I agree with Rob. I think it's going to be very nighttime spectacular focused, and I feel like it is going to be what we wished Enchantment was, right? Aside from not having Cinderella Castle, I think it's going to be, everybody wanted Enchantment to be full of the nostalgia and like make you harken back to Steamboat Willie and things like that. But I think it's going to be more the nighttime spectacular is going to be more focused on the 100 as opposed to the park. You know what I mean?
I'm going to push back. I'm going to push back on you guys. And so
before you go on, I think they're going to do some presentations on Spaceship Earth too, like 100-year celebrations on there too.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah, that would be rad. Yeah. That makes me excited. That'd be cool. One, I think we already knew the show was going to be Disney 100 focused. What I understood the announcement today is that there were going to be other things coming. Like, that's how I understood it. So I guess it said Epcot to host Disney 100 celebrations later in the year. That was kind of how the article was total, and it was on Blog Mickey, and they wrote a little thing. I don't know. Stay tuned to Blog Mickey for more. Like, there's literally no details other than they made that announcement. But we already knew that what was replacing Epcot Forever was going to be that. So here's my dream that will not come true. Epcot was known for this, especially in its opening years, even into the 90s. And we saw a little glimpse of it during some COVID time. And so my wing and a prayer is I would love for them to do a Disney 100 celebration specific parade during the day. I don't think it's going to happen. I just think that, because like you said, like the first one could be like Steamboat Willie, or it could be like they're sitting on there and they're like opening his first studio, and then it's like Steamboat Willie, and then you go up to the next like 10 years, and then the 10 year and so it could be literally 10 floats to do each 10 years to get you to 100 years of Disney. That would be really rad. I don't think they're going to do it, but that's my wing and a prayer.
Yeah. I don't think they could do that. That would be awesome. I'd love a parade at Epcot. I just don't feasibly. I don't think it's possible with the amount of people that go to Epcot. There's just no way to move that many people around the World Showcase.
Yeah, I feel like they would have to do it. Because I mapped this out in my head. I think you come out over by the Coral Reef. Is that the name of the restaurant? You come out there, go down the straightaway, and then exit Canada or something. So it'd have to be very brief, and that's a wide-ish, but they got those planters and seats and trees, and so it wouldn't work. But that's why I said it's my pipe dream.
I got it. Cancel all the festivals. Disney's 100 years festival. 100 years Disney festival.
Why not? Why not?
We need another festival.
Why not? It's Epcot's festival city. So
that's right.
That'd be awesome.
That's right.
So that's what I don't know what it could be. I'm like you. I think it's merch. I think they'll do a big focus on the show. There'll obviously be lots of park decor. But I don't have a clue of what it could be. Right. I mean, I guess in the American pavilion, how they always do like something, I say seasonal, but I feel like the Indian one was there or American Indian was there for years, but like they could put a little display in there. I don't know. Like, what do you do at Epcot? That's my thing. Like, if I just don't know what you do other than like the little pavilion where they showcase stuff for the festivals.
Yeah. I mean,
it's interesting. I don't know what
I don't
know
know
what you do.
And this is why I found this on Undercover Tourist, but like, this is why I'm hesitant to get excited about it, because they make it sound super exciting, but then it's like other D100 experiences coming to Epcot include meeting Mickey and Minnie in a platinum outfit, a platinum sculpture, a Mickey Mouse, and then a special lighting design for Spaceship Earth. So I feel like there's so many cool things that they can do.
Yeah.
They always revert back to like, let's put Mickey and Minnie in iridescent clothing.
Oh. That's our sound for anytime we say the word iridescent, which is coming to an end in 2 weeks.
It is coming to an end in 2 weeks.
I'll have to do a new sound like.
Save that sound for when we see the new nighttime spectacular at Epcot.
So those are some things that are coming down the pipe. I think there's some I mean, we didn't cover many of them, but like we have more shows to do, so we can't talk about everything.
We can't talk about everything.
Yeah. But we can't. Should we give a sneak peek of our next show?
I think we should.
Okay, what's it going to be?
So next show, we are delving into, as we know it, it's been a 257-month celebration of the 50th anniversary that started October 1st. That started October 1st of 1876.
We were there.
We were there. So next show, and it'll be cool because the next show will actually air on the last day of the 50th anniversary celebration. So we're going to dive into all things 50th. We're going to talk about what we think went well, what opportunities we think they missed, and we're just kind of going to go over the last 18 months of 50th anniversary celebration. Yeah. So it should be cool.
A look back, if you will, because it was a great celebration. A lot of things they did really well. Especially because, I mean, that came like right off the cusp of people were just beginning to get comfortable with traveling again. So I know that was challenging to navigate. So it'll be fun to look back.
Yes,
what was like. And Rob got to be there a couple times during that
was there.
Time frame. It's good stuff. Thanks, gentlemen. This was great. It was good.
This was fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm actually going again. Like I have something to be pumped about. So good.
We're going to have to get Rob down here one time and you down here. And we're going to have to do like a live show from the Kingdom or something. That'll be fun.
I'm going to win the lottery and I'm just going to fly us both down.
There you go. Do it.
Thanks, man.
Be great.
That's
awesome. I have to play the lottery to win though, right? How that works?
They don't just show up and hand you lottery winnings.
Okay. Sorry. Cause I don't ever gamble because here's a secret. The house always wins. So I just rob people. That's a guarantee.
Man, and there goes our PG rating.
Reminder to Dave to delete that part of the show.
Mark it in.
Gentlemen, this was great.
Yes, indeed.
Rob, we're so lucky to have you a part of this crazy journey. Oh, wait, I have an announcement. I do have an announcement. Sorry. This is important. And Brandon, unfortunately, is hearing this for the first time. So I apologize.
I feel like every show
every time. This is like a weekly feature now. So
and Brandon, you just have to go along with it afterwards. If you can't do it, please don't say it now, and we'll talk about it afterwards. We, for those of you who don't know Pete McDivitt, he has he does a lot of things, but he has a YouTube channel where does a lot of sports stuff, but he's widely known for, basically he loves to promote he's very heavily involved with the Disney community, especially those on YouTube and doing podcasts. And so we've been on his show before, but he has a little bit more of a PG-13, if you will, type of show. And he has invited us back for that, where he asks us really funny questions to just get our off-the-wall answers. And of course, we talk about our show and doing that. It's Pete McDivitt. He has a great YouTube channel. Rob was on there last week and a half ago.
A lot of fun, yes.
And so Brandon, we're scheduled for Sunday, March 26th. So hopefully you're free. If not, don't tell me now.
I'll be there.
Work it out. We will work it out. I meant to text you. We figured we worked it out Sunday, and so that's the date we picked. And I was like, let me check with Brandon, and I forgot. So Brandon is finding out for the first time with all of you.
Always. It's like I'm the stepchild of this.
So
podcast.
I don't think we will be back on before then. So
I don't think we will be.
Set your calendars, March 26th. It'll be live on YouTube, youtube.com/Pete McDivitt. We'll get Rob. Rob is thankfully taking over our socials, so it'll be a lot better. We'll get Rob to blast that out across our socials. And so that's it. That's all I got.
That's it.
Speaking of, I've been really heavy on Twitter too. So like a lot of the articles and stuff, you just go to our Twitter, DizPod, DISPOD, another DizPod. And you can check out all the articles and pictures and stuff like that. And we've been posting a lot of news. So I quadrupled our following over the last week.
There you go. The home run.
And we're on Instagram.
That's why we pay you.
Yeah.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, of course, you can watch the show. If you're listening to the podcast, you can watch it on YouTube, Another Disney Podcast. Just search for it. And we have anotherdisneypodcast.com. All the links are on there. So
all of the links.
Yeah, I've been having fun with the socials. So I don't know. I'm probably driving the guys crazy, but I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I love it.
I've been having fun.
Love it.
It was you could if social media had tumbleweeds, that would have been our social media accounts.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, gentlemen, this is fun. It's one of my
Fun
favorite
times.
nights of the month. I love doing this every couple of weeks.
Yes,
And it's
indeed.
because of you guys, and of course the topic. We just love
Yes,
this.
indeed.
Thank you guys.
Today's
Please.
show just built itself because there was so much good stuff this week.
Yeah,
All-
there's
the last
yeah,
days,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's crazy.
I love when
right.
they just release good information
That's right.
on the day that we're going to do a show.
It's perfect. We seem relevant and up to date. I love it. Hey guys, please, youtube.com/Rob Fuzz, the
Rob
king
Fuzz.
of retro,
Yes, thanks.
but he does all kinds of things. Pub talk. Somehow we roped him into Another Disney Podcast. I mean, he's everywhere. He is the man, the myth, the legend. And go back and watch his time on Pete's show. It was really good. I watched 30 minutes of it. Then I had to go do bedtime with the kiddos. And then I came back and I finished it.
Yeah, we talked
Sunday?
about Another Disney Podcast a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Dave listed, of course. So.
I rewatched it. So
Okay, good.
I was thankful.
Oh,
You
good.
did mention it quite a bit. It felt
Love
like a
you
rock
guys.
star.
Rock
And then the
star.
fact that we're coming on. So it'll be good. It was a good time.
Good stuff.
Okay, party people. Until next time, you know the drill. Bicycle.
Peace.
Bye, everyone.